Hey everybody, I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, and this is my review and install of Rough Country's 2.5-inch leveling kit with rear shocks fitting your 2015 and newer F-150. A leveling kit's going to be the easiest and most affordable way to change the altitude on your new truck without totally altering the ride quality in the process. Now you should be checking out the Rough Country kit if you want to get rid of the factory rake on your new F-150. You want to get that front end in the air a little bit more to match the rear, giving you some more ground clearance in the process. Now this is also going to be a great way to stuff a bigger wheel and tire under your new rig. In fact, Rough Country says you can easily squeeze 33s under there, but I've personally seen guys run 35s on a 2.5-inch level. It's all going to come down to your offset wheel and tire size. Now, when thinking about going with a leveling kit as opposed to a more involved full suspension lift kit, I'd probably ask you what you're going to be doing mostly with your truck. Is it going to be a daily driver or a tow rig that will be on-road most of the time? Or do you plan on subjecting your rig to some serious off-road duties? Well, if it's going to be mostly a family hauler with some occasional tow duties, I'd probably say the leveling kit is a great way to go for the reasons I already mentioned. It's going to save you a ton of dough, and it's also going to be much easier to install, saving you some money there. Now, most leveling kits are going to consist of some kind of strut spacer for the front or some kind of strut extension. That is the case here with the Rough Country kit. But this kit's also pretty nice in the fact that it does include some stuff for the rear. You're looking at additional 1-inch blocks for the rear, along with their premium Rough Country N2O shocks. Now the rear is something you guys can experiment with at home. Again, this is a leveling kit, so expect a pretty level stance when installing this full kit. But if you do want to maintain the slightest bit of rake, meaning the front's going to be slightly lower than the rear, then you might want to go with a slightly larger block for the rear. Again, something you can totally play around with on your own. Check out the forums or the product page for more info there. Breaking down the individual components of Rough Country's kit here, again, we do have the front strut spacers, T6061 billet aluminum, very nice material here, guys. Basically gonna help resist any corrosion or rust over the years, just add to the durability of the product. Again, guys, this is Rough Country's 2.5-inch leveling kit, so expect the front to be raised roughly 2.5 inches when installed when compared to your factory ride height. In addition to the front setup, guys, Rough Country does again include some premium N2O rear shocks, the 1-inch additional rear blocks that you will use in conjunction with your factory blocks, and finally some longer U-bolts. Now the rear shocks are a nice addition as they are designed for on and off-road use, and they do include what Rough Country calls their velocity sensitive valving technology, which is going to basically react like an adjustable dampener, but you're not going to have to mess with any knobs or adjustments, anything like that. It's going to do it for you all on the fly. Now Rough Country claims this provides excellent ride quality on the highway and some solid control in gnarly off-road situations. And if you should ever need it, guys, this entire kit is backed by their lifetime warranty. On the topic of price, guys, the Rough Country kit is going to be one of your more premium options here at AmericanMuscle.com, but again, you do have to factor into the price that this does include a bunch of stuff for the rear, which a lot of the other kits do not. Ultimately, guys, again, this thing is only going to run you a couple $100. Compare that to a couple $1,000s with those full suspension lift kits, and you're going to have to think this thing is a bargain when your number one objective is just to get the truck in the air a little bit more and stuff a bigger wheel and tire under there. I've said it before, guys, but I'll say it again. A leveling kit is going to be much easier to install compared to the more involved suspension lift kits, but overall there still is a fair amount of work. I'll call it 2 out of 3 wrenches on my difficulty meter and a few hours from start to finish in the garage. Now, of course, you will need to remove your front struts in order to install the brand new spacers, along with removing the factory rear shocks and installing the brand new Rough Country units, along with those 1-inch block extensions. Again, not a terrible amount of work, but you do have to know what you're doing in the garage, so make sure you have a good set of tools on hand. A lift will definitely be your friend here, but if this all sounds a little too intimidating, don't be afraid to leave this one up to your local shop. So to summarize, guys, the Rough Country 2.5-inch leveling kit will be a solid and affordable way to get the truck in the air a little higher to easily fit 33s and even possibly 35s with a little modification. So be sure to learn more about the Rough Country kit here at AmericanMuscle.com.